Hello future tech leaders, I'm Sindhuja. Based on my own experience, I know that learning the right skills can shape our future. What if I say learning was as thrilled as the tech world itself? There we go. A cloud foundation, that's exactly what you will experience. From day one, you will be immersed in the interactive sessions and expert-led courses that covers most of the widely used technologies in the zone of data science to cloud computing, which brings more light to the life of a techie. I'm so excited to help you and unlock the true potential of a technology. Well, then why to wait? Let's see what it unfolds.
Here we have got another one, which is offboarding activity. It is exclusively for offboarding. They are not utilizing this. They are directly requesting to manage everything in the activity. Softboard activity checklist is like, we need to maintain this again. However, over here it's one of the same. However, we are maintaining everything in the same place. Activity. Now shoulder alerts. These are the alerts that pass us on to the actor. Alerts are like a profile. Worker's assignment is ending on and day. For example, it is ending on July 31st or July 30th. When it is ending on July 30th, the actor action take the action. What is that action? If he needs the contractor beyond July 30th, he needs to extend it. He needs to extend that in the system. And it passes through the approval flow that's been designed within the system. If he is fine with the end date, he can leave it alone. And that's the alert that's been set up. The alert, how does it work? We have got everything that's being. Every action that needs to be taken by the actors has been listed out over here. We need to mark the number of days. Invited supplier did not respond before invitation expires. The shoulder is 7 days before the tasker. Invited worker didn't respond before invitation expires. In the sense to register to the FiledGlass, an invitation will be sent. An invitation will be sent. And that invitation has the expiration date. It's going to expire. For worker, I think you know it is. It's like 48 hours, I think. For supplier, they might have more days than the workers. This is the notification that will be sent to the actioner. And the person who has initiated it. In this case, if it is a worker, it will be sent to the supervisor. But a supplier, it would be sent to the primary contact of the supplier from the suppliers and as well as the person who is responsible for maintaining the vendor. Similarly, contingent worker end date approaching. It's 30 days. First one is 30 days. Next one is 14 days. Next is 7. And then 3. And then 0 by 0. It's going to flow. It's going to get closed. Once it gets closed, Once the network access that is associated with the assignment will be closed as well, they will be unable to log into the system. Contractor will be unable to log into the system. This is like the number of notifications that's been sent for these modules. It has been set uniformly across the modules. Workers. Actual spend is nearing the committed spend. When it comes to the CW S4 When it comes to CBABL, let's talk about CView in first place. When we talk about CW, each worker will be having a budget that needs to be managed. Each manager will manage the budget that's been assigned to each contractor. If it is nearing spend, say they've utilized 75% of the contract. The remaining is 20%. They're going to get the alert. When they get the alert and the manager feels that they still need the contractor, then they need to revise or get the PO authorization from the higher ups. And then they can go ahead and revise the work order. Statement of work spent nearing the maximum budget. Statement of work. Statement of work. See, when it comes to the CV contingent worker, it is the individual work orders. When it comes to the SOW, it's the bunch of work orders in that particular SOW. Here, the total budget will be nearing whatever the total budget that's been assigned for that particular project will be nearing. When it is nearing the remaining 25%, at that point of time, the manager or the cost center owner, he has to take the decision how to get the expansion or increase the budget. Does he need to increase the budget, or is it the things happening within this 25%? These are all something which we need to just understand to set it up. Not that we need to completely understand how the buying company has to work on. It is in simple terms. Or we need to make them understand. These are all the options that we have got. How can we set it up? Discuss on this and set it up accordingly. Most of them are self-explanatory. But yes, the new guys just try to understand. I would say try to understand as much as possible. Don't get into the pressure. It is the time that will give us the knowledge over the period of time. We can go ahead and edit this as well. That will be the event during the project. It's not been set. We can set it to appendix. Yes, and then I update it. It gets updated. These are the assured alerts. Alerts are like the notifications. Escalations. Escalations are to the next level. Even after the notifications or alerts, you have not taken the action. That's when the escalations will be coming into the picture. None of them has been set up. For escalations, they might use different set of requirements. Where they are more using for the invoices fees, they're using it for the miscellaneous invoices. Credit debit RAMO. More into the escalations are more into the payment part. The payment part is the invoices are consolidated and then the consolidated invoices will be pushed to the ERP systems. The invoice or reconciliation even happens there. And then the accounts payable is gonna permit the payments. And once the payment is done, the status will be updated for the other systems. The payment is going to be updated for the payments. The escalations are high priority. Notifications are a simple low priority, I would say. This is the high priority stuff. This can be set up as per the company's requirement. Do what they need with respect to the consolidated invoice. Mark has paid for consolidated invoice. It's like, if at all, if it is not being integrated to Ariba or on, we need to mark it manually. A consolidated invoice is like the invoices for the complete month across the cost centers. They're going to consolidate completely. Approval of consolidated invoice. Approval needs to be done in time. If not, the payments will be delayed. It should be a high priority stuff. Credit debit memo is like any sort of variations as such in the invoices that needs to be set off in the next month's invoice. All payments that is called as credit debit memo. Approval of events. Approval of events. Events, we saw about the events in the S4W. This is individual invoice. With respect to the job posting approval. Rejected job posting that needs to be reworked. Distribution of job postings. And pretty simple for people who have understood the modules or the functionalities. It is pretty simple to understand. If not, yes, they would have to take time. Spending time with the modules. But yes, I'm explaining this. Yes, because it's part of the workflow and explaining this. I don't know whether you guys will be using it. Probably you'll be exclusively into administration. It's not like you'll be working on every nook and color of FiledGlass. It's just one part that will be assigned to you guys and you will be working there. Don't worry about things. This is something which I've explained to you now. This is threshold for PMO dashboard. PMO is the MSP team, the Program Management Office. They will be managing and in many other cases, it is civil that will be managed by MSPs. They act as a pipeline between the supplier and the buyer. And they will assist in most of the cases. They'll be assisting the buyers as well as suppliers' requirements. And they'll be managing the list of suppliers. particular site or a particular location. I would not say location. Location is, say, I would say one of the buildings or on within the site. A particular site or a complete country or complete region, I would say. Times and the expense sheets are very important for them. Here they are managing the S4U as well. The S4U setting. For the PMO dashboard, invoices, consolidated invoices, job posting, S4 complete CView and S4View modules have come into the picture here. You can go ahead, edit. You can select whatever is required and check whatever you don't want, whatever company doesn't want. This is the threshold visualizer. Threshold visualizer. Select. You've got the numerous options here. You can go ahead and set it up critical. Set it up as a warning by checking committed spend of the supplier. Committed spend of the supplier is over something. When it is critical, when it is a pheasant. When is the warning? The period. Is it year to date? Is it year to date or monthly? Monthly. Over some percentage. Under some percentage. Percentage. Critical and warning. Company. Companies will be having their own mission and with respect to the management part, and they're going to decide on this. What all we need to do is we are going to just execute the functionality. Ask them whether it is required or not. No doubt, as a consultant, when it comes to the implementation, we are going to give what best we can give out of FiledGlass. And let's have just explain. These are the evaluations that will be set here. For satisfied audio with the performance. This is for the supervisor or the manager. This is something which will be set up here. We can name it and give the starting point where it should be. These are some of the subterm workflow. And finally, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.